welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Today I am playing the new game, Prince of Landis. This is coming from Hyptosis, who is primarily known for the Alice is Dead series back in the day, series of Flash games. You can probably recognize the art style near instantly, and this game is apparently a very personal project that ties his experiences growing up in a small town where he said the population was like 37 or something, and so he was really channeling that personal experience of growing up in this isolated small town and tying that into a more mythical, fantastic story. And so I'm very curious to see how he's able to translate like that inner experience and turn it into something that's usually where like the best art comes from, you know? Poor little dear. That's real sad. I guess we found out what happened to Bambi's mom. Didn't realize this was a sequel. Was Bambi a prince? Could have been. I do hope that this game, both through art and storytelling, leans into some more disturbing things the way Alice is Dead used to. I have high hopes for that. Big kid's gonna come bully us for sure. Oh, come on, man. I don't even want to read that. What you doing? There was an option to turn off swearing in like the main menu, and I was like, I'm okay with a few fuck bombs being dropped in the game. Wasn't expecting that. That's so too true. I mean, also growing up in a small town. It's just how it was. Oh, hi. Hi, Jason. I'm throwing rocks on the ice. You want to? Don't fucking act like we're friends, queer. I ought to throw you on the ice. Where's my money? I don't have any money. I told you at school. You gotta pay the tax. Look, I don't have anything. I don't know what you expect me to do. Oh man, run that mouth. I'm gonna pound that face. I know. You smell like a fucking wet dog. And you know what? Pa told me about your dad. I don't give a shit who your dad used to be. The King of Landis? My ass. Baddest motherfucker in all of Oregon? Well, his boy certainly isn't. Your dad is just a loser drunk. My dad fucking owns a car dealership. A car dealership. We're literally better than you. I know a pussy when I see one, and I'm looking at one. You want it in the eye or the nose? Fine, don't answer. This is all your fault, dumbass. Man, this kid is like 10 years older than our little main character there. Either that or just had like a crazy growth spurt really early on. Do you think Jason punched that deer? He's just walking around town punching anything that moves? Have a nice day, idiot. Jason finally leaves. Even if you did have the money, he wasn't leaving without hurting you anyway. That's just life. Well, I want my hat back. Can I go and grab my hat? You picked up your toque, as I believe it should properly be called. The blood from your nose. Wipe the blood. It is thick and quickly gels in the cold air. You're just a mess, but you do your best to straighten yourself up. You put the hat back on your head. Guess I should get my dumb ass home. No, don't internalize those thoughts. Poor that little prince. Do I even know my character's name currently? They're built like they're from an anime or on steroids. Oh god, poor rabbit. So we're just seeing dead animals everywhere. It's a little messed up. There's a lot of love and care put into the different screens of this game. I love a good hand-drawn aesthetic, and this one stands out right away. Oh, maybe I literally did end up at home. I kind of didn't think I would. Dad's toolbox from when he worked at the paper mill. They're all rusted and worthless now. Unlocked worthless. Minus 30 points? Or was it just hyphen 30 points? Dad's truck is really cool. Sweet Mud Flaps, 15 points. Okay, so it must not have to do with... It must not subtract points. It's just adding points. Just for investigating, for being slightly thorough? There was definitely something up north to investigate. Oh god, just like thousands of beer cans all over the floor, but then also like 6-pack little cardboard holders, a rotten ass couch, and then he's watching a little man wave on the TV screen. Apparently, that's a hell of a special TV show he's got going. Now it's busted. Now he's got nothing. His favorite show ended on a cliffhanger, no doubt. I don't have anything to cook right now. Empty cupboards. I've never seen a point system for exploring like this. I don't really know if, like, you can go for a high score or anything. What a mess. Oh, man, Evan. Did you see that rabbit I splattered on the road? Why don't you be a sport and bring me another beer? Wait. What's wrong with your face? Did you let those kids at school whip your ass again? If you keep letting them do that, you're always going to be a pussy. God damn, son. Evan's the main character. I'm sorry, Dad. Oh, there's a little alien on the TV. Cute. Oh, I accidentally, like, clicked. It's a very, very fast way to move around. I'm probably going to stick with the controller. Your usual controller walking is quite fast as well. I don't really want to bring him another beer, but I'm just, like, checking to see if that is an option. He can figure it out for himself. Don't stand so close to the TV. You'll hurt your eyes and go blind. Don't act like an idiot. You know better. Bunch of old post-it notes. Some of these are probably as old as I am. About what, I wonder? What are you keeping such thorough track of? So many unlikable characters. Yeah, it's a small town of 30 dickheads. I used to have comics in these boxes, but Dad sold them for beer money. Fatherly love, Ral says. Yes, absolutely. That's a proven trait here. Just so apparent. These are my drawings. I love drawing so much, but Dad says I need to stop wasting my time with it all. He says it will make me gay. Well, if not the water and the turning the frogs gay, then the drawing of the pictures. It's inevitable, really, it seems. Pathetic. Real healthy self-image. At least the plumbing works. That is something. There's like one thing. Nothing here that I need right now. Well, it seems like the whole place is filled with a lot of things I don't need. Both literal physical objects and mental abuse. I don't need none of that. So long, Dad. I ain't sticking around here. I thought about going to bed, but there's so much more to explore. I should go home. I had to go home. And if I were to... Oh, yeah, there's even an even faster way of moving. This is... The regular walk speed is crazy. And then there's like a running speed where you just zip around like madness. All right, maybe I am just supposed to go to bed. All right, nothing else to do but sleep, I guess. It seemed kind of like daylight. It's like now we're getting into the winter months here. The sun doesn't rise till like 8 and then it sets at 5 or whatever, you know? Like the fact that it was bright and sunny. It's a very early bedtime. Yeah, I'll chuck a save down. What a strange sound. Hopefully the audio is balanced in a way that you guys are hearing this. So far there hasn't been like music or like much in terms of sound effects. It was a pretty low, quiet rumble there a second ago. Dad's passed right out. He's asleep again. He drank too much. Well, I'll definitely just leave him to that. Dad leaves cans everywhere. No points to be earned for that. Just nothing but actual palpable sadness. There's something funny about seeing the green glow from the previous screen, and now in this screen it's similarly off in the distance. It's enticing. What is that strange light up ahead? Ooh, little goblin, little creeper. Oh my god. Kill, 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 rage, havoc, murder, kill. You guys are off on a crazy tangent in chat there. Everyone wants to have an aggressive murder route. It's just spiraling now into more and more sinister and malicious. What? Oh my god. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I tongue twisted myself within like 2 syllables there. What the heck was that thing? What do I do? Well, obviously walk right up to it and say hello. Sense. Easy source. Must obtain life to sustain. Like a venomous cat, the creature moves with such speed and dark grace, it quickly cuts off your regress. Please don't hurt me. Intelligent. Persuade of value. Your voice, it burns. Express value or become source. Are you an alien? Is that a spaceship? Are you gonna kill me? I won't tell anyone on you. I'll be good. Appraisal accepted. Value temporarily adequate. Got a lot of teeth going on, a lot of snarl, which just makes me think of like, because it kind of has a cat head, and he said it's like a venomous cat. It just makes me think of when you like peel back a cat's mouth to look at their tiny little teeth. They're like the tiniest. It doesn't even make sense how small they are, and they possibly chew with those. So now it makes me think of like snarly cat teeth. From outsider, am intruder, violator, am guest now. The guest, it's kind of a cool title for it, honestly. The guest, you're from space, aren't you? The entire is cold and without remorse. Life is built onto the spine of more life. Small living thing assist, small living thing promote. You want me to help you put out the fire, right? Concurrence. You nervously help the guest extinguish the flames. You can tell his ship was once fast and smooth, but now it is damaged. Angry veins of orange fire run through its cracks and dents. The sound it produces seems labored and sad. Gratitude. Vessel undone. Must now toil. I like the fractured, like, broken phrases this thing speaks through. Let secrets remain as such and discover profit. Suddenly we're going into business together? Remain useful. Remain a living thing. He's like really throttling his neck there. Very like, you don't really have a choice here in this situation, even though I'm trying to make this seem like a little bit of a cooperative thing. Okay. Slumber well, living thing. Does this thing not consider itself living? It's just kind of other, perhaps? What just happened? That was crazy. I need to sleep. Maybe if I go back to bed, I'll wake up from this nightmare. That does seem like the correct choice. Just go to bed. Close encounter. I have to try to forget about tonight. This is insane. Would you like to save? Yeah. Let's chuck down a save. It's funny to save so early on. Like, I've done so little so far. But yes, time for school. Well, how are you possibly going to, like, be comfortable with that? You know, it's going to be... How do you go about a regular day, you know? You need to get your ass to school. I'm working on it, Dad. Looks like he's maybe having a little bit of the hair of the dog. I don't have anything to cook right now. I guess we're going to school lunchless. Bed is 3 times his size. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot, but realistically, the size of the house is enormous, and this truck and everything, I guess the kid is just that small. It's not so much that you have an amazing, like, full-size bed. He could realistically be sleeping in, like, a baby's crib, and he just happens to be a little bit of a runt. I don't need to go that way. Well, I don't know where school is, Evan. Give me a little bit of direction here. I'm really just winging it. Hey, what'd you discover there, Farmer Joe? John. Damn. Shockingly close for a just out of the blue guess. How are you doing, Evan? I'm okay, I guess. All right. That's all we have to say. How's your dad? I haven't seen him in a spell. He mostly just drinks and fights and sleeps now. Well, he's always done that. He always did impress. How are you doing, Evan? I'm okay, I guess. John's truck is so big. Yeah, everything is big. It's all large. Look at these snowflakes. That one that's about to pass right in front of me is half the size. I realize it's a perspective thing. But maybe this is a crazy fantasy world with aliens. Maybe these snowflakes are enough to, like, derail a truck when they derail. Trucks aren't on rails. You know what I'm saying. Off-road a truck. That's what I'm picturing now. I'm fleshing out the lore of this world in my own mind. Wow, he's really going at that ground. Good for you, little chicken. Hey, Commander Ketchup. What's up? It's a fantastic chicken name. I know that isn't your name, but obviously we're going to commit to Commander Ketchup. What are you talking about? That's not his name. Obviously it is. And I refuse to hear otherwise. I don't want to hear any of your naysaying against yourself there, Evan. If you believe his name is Commander Ketchup, then it truly is. I thought this was school. Did we just walk into a rando's house? Luis, I'm very excited about my new organ pipes that are coming. You ordered new ones? Yes, zinc plated, just like my old ones. I'm going to ask my son to install them for me. I'm still just excited. I don't know. I'm still learning if I need to, like, he's as big as the chicken. That's right. I guess the character is just meant to be small. They're meant to be a child. And then, like, because you only have a limited height to work with, things are just going to end up. It's funny to point out and tease, but I don't actually hold it against the game whatsoever. I haven't learned yet if I'm supposed to interact with characters multiple times for extra dialogue or anything. Having a fireplace must be neat. She can sit here and read her book. Seems she only reads the one, though. The Bible, probably. A nice place to rest. Hey, Cloudy. You're a good cat, aren't you? What does Louise feed you to make your coat so pretty? Wow. I've never seen anyone with, like, an organ in their house. I feel like that's, like, not a thing. Wow, this is an organ, huh? Looks like a super duper piano to me. That's a relatively good description. I shouldn't go upstairs, show some respect. I mean, you probably shouldn't have just barged into her house anyways, especially maybe not first thing in the morning. Is this not the way to school? I can't go that direction. Am I supposed to do more in her house? Like, I don't really know what school is or would be in a small town like this. Am I just going to go to a room that has 6 people in it? There's like one teacher teaching all age groups at once. That's kind of what I would expect to be the case. There's no relation between the cat alien and the cat. I think not. We're a ways away from Eugene, Albany, Salem, and Portland. I wonder if this is meant to be a real town of any kind. Oh god, I can go down into the sewer. I just kind of interacted with it for the sake of dialogue. I didn't think I would go down here. All this junk looks broken. Yeah, but who's collecting it all? There's no points for inspecting a pile of junk, but there is for, like, saying that you won't go upstairs. I like it down here. No one comes down here. Yeah, it's because it's the sewer, kid. This must belong to the town construction guys or something. It did, up until it got stolen. I somehow doubt the EPA knows about this. Oh, I always think it's amazing when someone says they've never seen snow in real life. Just a conversation breaking out in the chat there. I mean, it is amazing, but at the same time, once you spend like 7 months under snow, you get really sick of it. Louise is 100% based on a real neighbor I had as a kid, and she did have an organ. We got Hyptosis in the chat, by the way, creator of the game. That is bonkers. I have never known anyone who has an actual organ. It's like every character in the game based on real life neighbors and stuff from your own hometown experiences, or maybe just like a select few of them the more memorable ones, like the ones who have organs in their house. I somehow doubt the EPA knows about this. I think, no, there is more sewer to be explored. Although at this point, considering the game wants me to go to school, I feel as though I'm going a little aggressively off the intended path. There's nothing that way but alfalfa farms. And considering it's the middle of winter, there's nothing out that way except snow and more snow. I'd freeze to death if I tried to walk to Portland. Well, you could try to walk somewhere less far away. Oh, I saw you, little bunny. Little white rabbit running away. Alice is dead. Potential reference. Maybe there'll be more to it. Oh, they're gone. Looks like John left his tools here. John's been working on this power box. Checking the power. Oh, how the heck did we end up back here? I guess it's... I guess the opening cutscene might have just been like a quick cutaway without needing to show you the full actual route you took. Oh, a little bird. So maybe that rabbit just happened to be like right at that moment because there might just be randomly animals like running around the screen. If I leave and come back, yeah. So I think that was just like a random encounter that I got overly excited about and read into more than I needed to. Spaz Turtle Cola. This old soda machine still takes pennies. Most people just use quarters nowadays. It's pretty cool though. God, I'm glad we rooted out the penny. What a useless currency. Can't interact with any truck. Shannon's easy discount. I like the character designs. It's the adults have a lot more room to like flesh out their actual clothing and faces and things like that. There's still a fair amount of character in our protagonist here, but like you get a lot more of a stronger sense of who these people are. Emmett, my son left my damn mason jar somewhere at the school. I'm here to buy another one. What is with the that attached to a mason jar? Is it that important to you? Seems really upset about it. Hey there, little guy. How you doing? I'm okay. Someone socked you in the eye, huh? Yeah. Ah, well, hang in there. Turns back to talking to Emmett. Well, thanks. Thanks, boys. Probably his son, seeing as how little he cares. Probably. Seems like a jerk. Probably raised a jerk. Chucky! Hey, we don't need you around here. Go on, get. Sorry, I'm leaving. You didn't want to find out first if I was going to be a paying customer? I'm now assuming that the intended arc of this game is that I will come back and pretty women them and buy myself some hammers and nails, and they'll feel bad for having turned me away. The Shadow Box Antiques. That's like a cool store name. This place is never open. The mystery, the intrigue. There's a small sign that reads, on vacation through March. See you in the spring. I mean, that's fair. If you have the ability to leave somewhere that is going to be in the depths of a horrid, frigid winter, take it. This place has been closed ever since I've been alive. It's a long-ass time, man. The longest, really, from your perspective. Oh, I swear I just saw a rabbit run up this way. There's just constant... Oh, Hyptosis. Nose for secrets. Aye. His literal... Well, the profile picture that Hyptosis literally uses is on the wall here. I guess I can get my mouse involved. And it's obviously the rabbit from Alice is Dead. Great. Great little secret hiding. Maybe there was a rabbit. Maybe there was a rabbit showing me in both situations where I could go. Bruce. Man, your dad, kid. He used to be a hell of a man. I saw him beat the hell out of, sorry, I was trying to look at chat at the same time. Whoops. Beat the hell out of the Harness Boys like it wasn't nothing at the 69er. I mean, I don't know who the Harness Boys are, so you need to give me more context, Bruce. You know, I think he screwed one of their sisters. Probably the oldest one. You got big shoes to fill, kid. Your dad's out here banging ladies and getting in fights. Yeah, your dad's a hero. Hey there, little guy. How you doing, huh? Fowler, he reminds me a little bit of Farnham from Diablo. It's getting kind of cold, man. You notice how cold it's been, huh, little dude? It's the middle of winter. Okay, it is, isn't it? Oh, man, right. Where's my shit? Where'd I put it? Mr. Fowler fumbles around in the slush with his bare hands. Oh, God. Oh, when he says his shit, is he looking for, like, drugs? The alien is chill? The one we met at the start of the game? Yeah, he was chill. He was super chill. Alright, that's all we can do for a little Fowler, I think. This looks like an old sheet of roofing tin. Uncle Luke said that stuff was dipped in zinc to preserve the metal, and there's 2 starlings. I feel like starlings are a symbolic bird. Like, I think they're intended to have meaning in things quite often. Maybe everything I can do up here for now, at least. I could talk to the attendant of Porky's gas. It seems like by cleaning the windows, you're just freezing them. My dad is such a jerk, dude. He makes me clean these stupid windows all the time. Yeah, okay, Tommy's a little bitter. You're not supposed to call people that. Right, you're right. Hey, he's trying to do better. Prick beer? That's the name. That's the name that the marketing people came up with and chose to name their beer brand. Bet that's what Jason drinks all the time. Stupid son of a bitch. Is Tommy meant to be the only one like attending? I don't see anyone else here. Wow, so many different kinds of ice cream in the cooler box. I wonder what they all taste like. Well, no one's looking, man. Just start digging in. Shovel it away. See how many you can taste before you get caught. Looks like some brand new batteries. I have yet to collect anything that I have, like, encountered. Oh my goodness. There are not... It's a weird way to measure achievements, because it's just like there are 1,020 points worth of achievements to find, but certain things are worth more than others. We have like a good head start on it. Well, it seems like it, but then really we only have a quarter of the actual possible points. I should get to school, can't be late. Well, you say that, but we really have spent all day bombing around town. No consequences so far. Maybe someone will care once we get to school. Blue Palace burgers instead of White Castle. Purple Big Man brand frozen veggies instead of the Green Giant. Simon's Pizza. OK Attitude ice cream. Snuggle Slow chocolate drink. Those ones are brands I'm less familiar with. OK Attitude is probably like Good Vibes or something. Or Comfort. Slow hot. I don't know. I don't know all those. Bob and Terry's Snow Cream. What is Ben and Jerry's? I'm a fan of that sort of goofy, just like spins on names. Holy smokes! It's as cold in here as it is outside. Just in the freezer. Well, I like the tunes in this little shop, but I don't see anything else that I really need to do in there. I guess I just keep heading out, hoping I'm going to school. There we go. We got these barrels everywhere that I'm guessing are like trash cans, but they also just look like weird, giant versions of milk. Like county school, go generic cats. Woohoo! Yeah, but soon you guys will learn the error of that, and you will instead want to cheer for the alien cats, which are clearly superior. The school's sports trophies. Really, the most important thing to the staff. I think they bought half of them themselves. What's up, little man? Did we not meet a Jake already? There's been like a John and a Jack, and I'm losing track of all the J names. Mrs. Day is a total bitch. She always gives me shit in class. Oh yeah, well, what, are you being a little shithead? Is that what's happening there? I wouldn't be surprised. Mr. Moon. Oh, that eye looks pretty bad. You boys been roughhousing, huh? Well, not quite, man. Not in any way that I have intended to be a part of. Wow, now I'm seeing a lineup of children who are various sizes, and they're like, some of them are approximately the same size of me. And now I'm seeing Jason, and it's like, has this guy been held back like 17 years? Is he in his 30s or something? Look how big this dude is. I can't wait to go get on the football team. They'll call me Hunter the Punter. With a town this big, you guys have a football team? Do you have to drive to a nearby city or whatever? Is your team not going to be made out of like 10 people who are of various ages? Oh my god. Ew. Don't try to talk to us. Jennifer, you're so mean. Yeah, that's how you know if a girl likes you. She was the third girl I banged that summer. It's like 11-year-old. You're so full of shit, Danny. Yeah, I don't believe Danny for a hot second. They never clean the water fountains. Hey, turd breath. Nice shiner. I would have expected the king's kid to be a lot less of a puss. just calling it puss is like more funny to me than using the full word. You must be mentally to even look at me. Get the hell back. I realize the impact of these words, and I see no need for me to say them for the game to still get across the fact that, like, this guy's a jerk. Jason gave you a black eye, huh? That sucks. He only does it because your dad used to beat up his dad when they were kids. I guess. Whatever. Dustin pulls out a Polaroid photo of a coin and presents it for you to look at. Well, anyway, dude, I got a new coin. I like all my coins. It's a classic. Check this out. It's a 1957 Flying Eagle. You heard me right. Wow, a 1957 Flying Eagle. I'm aghast. I'm stunned. I'm flabbergasted. I can't believe. What is that, man? You gotta help pull me along if you want me to participate in your excitement. One of the last pennies to be made of 100% copper. You know they're not copper anymore, right? It's pathetic, really. You've told me this before. I know, but this pretty much completes my set. I have almost every year. Pure copper pennies, baby. I'm going to sell them when I'm old to put my kids through college and probably buy a Camaro. I'm happy for you, man. That's awesome. How much is your set worth right now? Probably about $15. Oh, geez, we need to get to class. That's a hell of an investment there. The original crypto was just actual coin investment. What a long day. And somehow it was also over in a flash, wasn't it? No real time felt spent whatsoever. Mr. Moon needs to water this thing. I don't know, it seems like literally alive currently. What's the name of the little shop of horrors? Seymour is the guy. What the hell's the name of the plant? Anyways, we're going to have that on your hands and soon. Looks like an earth science course book. Wonder why we never use it. Because, look out your window. That's all you need to know about the earth. Everything else is just made up. They're just guessing, I bet. Learn harder. Very motivational, isn't it? The food groups. There's a lot of nice supplies here. Sure wish I could take some home to use for art stuff. Aw, that would be nice. Read everyone else's books. Learn secrets. Blackmail your class. This is... Use your mind, Evan. This is how you'll get ahead. I don't even have a class in that room. I guess if I can go back, I should try and see if some of these characters have like new dialogue now that the day's over. I'm so fucking tired. Dad had me chopping wood all day. He's so daft. My brother wants to go ice fishing. It's too cold for that shit. I personally have never ice fished, but I have plans for this winter to go out and do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Set up a really crappy little tent over the ice, bore a hole, bring like a 6-pack of beers, just kind of dangle a line in the water. Maybe you catch some slow, stupid, half-frozen fish. But honestly, it's just an excuse to spend a day outside and do something other than stay inside and go stir crazy over the winter. Looking forward to it. Every kid should have at least 3 hours of homework per night or they're not going to learn a damn thing. If I have to go home and grade papers, kids should have to go home and do work too. Oh, you miserable. I liked you for a second there, Mr. Moon. Mom and Dad are thinking we should go to Europe again this year, but I just want to stay home and play video games. Both sound fun to me, Troy. I guess so. Man, what a broken part of our brains. I relate to that very strongly. Not going to Europe, never did that. But like even just like little family outings, little camping trips, I'd be like, no, I want to play Mario. Mom and Dad, well, how dare you plan a super fun family activity. Dude, if you're gonna go to Europe again, you should bang some Asian girls. Danny seems a little misinformed of geography and culture and a lot of things. Gross. Go away, dweeb. Alright, I can tell I've overstayed my welcome. I think this is not Jason. Well, there you go. Man, you're gonna have to get tougher. Jason isn't gonna stop. Maybe start lifting weights or something? I guess, man. I don't know. You gonna pay for my gym membership? You gonna lend me some weights? You gonna show me what to do? I don't know what age you're, like, able to start lifting weights, but I think, like, an 11-year-old or whatever we were supposed to be is too soon. Or, like, not supposed to biologically. These boards seem a little loose. I bet if I could find a pry bar, I could get these down. We're encountering things that very much indicate, like, at some point, and obviously the inventory in the bottom left, that we will, like, collect items that we can then use to further explore things in town, but, like, at no point yet have I actually been able to, like, keep anything. Audrey was the plan. It's funny that the developer is the one informing me of the name I was struggling to grab from Little Shop of Horrors. I realize how disconnected those thoughts probably feel when they're spaced out by 5 minutes. I don't think I need in there. But you want in there? Do you want into one of them but not the other? Oh, there's like literally a pry bar. Someone left their cane here. Nope. Less useful. Although in some way, is a cane not just a non-metal pry bar? In some way. A very minor way. It's not a very deep thought. Foreman Doug. I could go for a stiff cup of coffee right now. Something strong enough you could stand a horseshoe upright on it. That is such a great old man phrase. That's solid. They have to keep people out. Makes sense, although I question who would really want in. Guess that's where I'll punch in and out in the future. Glimpse of the future, the inevitability of eventually, like, just knowing that the mill is where you'll end up if you stay in the small town, which odds are you probably will end up staying in the small town. I can relate to the feeling of not thinking you'll ever get out. Yo, Optimus, you and Shia LaBeouf want to hang out later and maybe go beat up an alien cat? That would make my life a lot easier. I've never gone either kind of fishing either. Now that we circle that conversation a little bit, I was saying I've never gone ice fishing. I've been on a fishing boat. I have never, like, cast the line myself. Oh, look at that. Lots of spam going on. How do I just ban someone? When they're obviously just, like, spamming stuff. Oh, thank you. Someone in the mods, Burja, already, like, banned the user. Good. That's thank you for being on that so quick. Well, I guess we just ended up back down here again. I did end up exploring every corner, I guess. Jeez, the bots are out like crazy right now, aren't they? Is there even more than one? I just gotta pay some mind to that for a second and, like, clean up the chat. Holy shit. It's a little bit of chaos. We'll ban them, we'll report them, we'll do everything we got to. I don't encounter that very often in these streams. What an annoying thing. And who would ever click a thing that's labeled webcam HD XYZ bro just go website and jerk off. That is the name of the user, and then they're spamming the sketchiest looking links of all time. I assume no one in the watching my channel is computer illiterate enough to think that clicking those links is a good idea. Like, why would anyone ever do that? That's just insaneness. All right. I imagine I gotta head back to town, or probably even more likely the crash site is kind of my guess. Yeah, I think the alien crash is probably where I would prefer to spend my time. He's still just hanging out here. I kind of thought he would have moved on or something. Detect. What is the purpose of the small living thing to be here? I thought maybe you weren't real. Am authentic. Just a small living thing is. You know, I have a name. Label? My name is Evan. Label recorded. Very robotic mind thought processes. What is your name? M. Guest. M. Vagrant. M. Illegal. Evan, assist with information? I kind of assumed he would never actually use our name. What do you need? It is time to sift a small thing's mind again, to procure more communication. Oh God, it's just an assault. Wait, what? Burns, stop. More words. I don't like that. Ew, stop it. Evan, spheroidal optical structure has sustained damage? How? You mean my eye? This bully at school, Jason, he's so big and he hits me. And my dad sometimes hits me for letting Jason hit me. I'm just not strong. Organisms that lack mass must act with cunning and guile. That's what I'm trying to tell him, Mr. Guest. Go blackmail everyone else, or, you know, burn down the school. Both viable options. I need to be smarter. I need to be ruthless and frightening. Relentless. I see. I'll try. The guest must obtain. Assist? Sure. I don't need more information than that. I'm on board. What do you need? The guest must first procure beer. Prick beer. The #1 beverage to quench your thirst on a cold winter's day. Oh shit, I skipped it. No, damn it. I'll see what I can find. Crap. The guest thanks you for your hospitality. Wish you to be cunning. I'm thinking I can probably inspect, like, the menu. I need to find him some aluminum and source. I guess he needs some meat or something? Aluminum should be relatively easy. Be more cunning. If I try to talk to him again, I should come back later. Maybe after I find some aluminum and food. I'm guessing the food is not going to be in our home. I could try and just collect the rabbit in the road. That's like my first assumption. That seems like an easy one. I wonder if this will count as life for the guest. You pick up the frozen dead rabbit, wrap it in a plastic bag, and put it in your backpack. Gross. This is messed up. But he needs help. And it's neat to have someone not from around here to talk to. Even if it is an alien that could bite my head off and sifts my mind. We got ruthlessly censored for consoles, but prick beer slipped through. That's wild. I guess was the process of having to go through censoring the game what led to offering a like sensitivity curse word toggle in the main game? Like, would that have never existed unless you would have had to have gone through that process for the sake of a console release? It didn't cross my mind, but it makes sense that people wouldn't want that F and R slurs on, you know, the Nintendo Switch, where if their kid could toggle an option and suddenly have those words in their game in a console that's primarily aimed at children. Like, I would understand that would be aggressively censored. Dude, have a good night, man. I have to wait here for my mom to pick me up. She's always late. So frustrating. I imagine. Dustin suddenly frowns and looks down towards the ground. I'm sorry, man. I forgot. It's fine. I'm going home. Bye. I'm guessing they just realized, like, Evan doesn't have his mom and Dustin feels a little bad. Ooh, Ral's helping me out. Did you go back in the stream to help me out with the thing I accidentally skipped? Thank you so much for that. The guest must find, procure, life source for maintaining self. Hungry, must, second, obtain. Well, thank you. Thank you for backtracking to help out with that. That is incredibly helpful. Aw, you jerk. What are you doing, bugging Tommy? Clean that window, you crooked back loser. What a particular thing to choose to hone in on when insulting someone. Oh, crap. No, it was here, over with the starlings. This looks like an old sheet. This is the thing I was wondering if I could grab. If not that, there definitely was... I swear there was something I interacted with where the game pointed out that it was aluminum, and now I'm realizing I should probably just go back to home and collect the dozens upon dozens of beer cans that are left scattered around. I do just want to see if now I'm in item collecting mode. I thought maybe I could grab those tools, see if anyone's hanging out in my fun special spot. This feels like a dark, twisted E.T. I think that pretty much hits it on the nose. Yep. What if E.T. showed up and ate raw animal flesh and threatened people? And, like, yeah, that's a little bit what's going on for sure. I am just kind of... I just want to explore the different corners of this. Yeah, back home. Back home is the place that makes the most sense. It's like E.T., but if E.T. got a little angry or hungry, you would threaten to bite your head off. Yeah, that would be a much different movie. Don't know if it would quite be the beloved classic. Oh, it's even sparkling a little bit. These cans are aluminum. I think that is the metal the guest needed. Hope this works. You pick up all the cans and put them in your backpack right next to that dead rabbit, eh? Okay, cool. Canned. Have a good day at school? Well, I genuinely didn't think he would ever ask that. Not really. Get used to it. Wait until you have a job. You'll be begging for this easy life again. Okay. Don't get any attitude with me. We only get 3 channels, yet he still watches TV all day. Aw, classic farm vision. That's very familiar to me. I only had 3 channels for the first, 14, 15 years of my life or whatever. Then we got satellite. What a game changer that was. But at that point, you, kind of get really used to, the few channels you had, and you're much more likely to end up watching them. Always got home from school at, 3:50. The Simpsons was on at 4 o'clock and 4:30. Watched 2 episodes of The Simpsons. Time for dinner. It was a great routine. Evan returns. Did the small thing procure what I need? I did. I think you wanted some aluminum, right? And I brought you this rabbit? It's frozen and dead, but you can eat it, right? Is that what you meant by life? Or temporarily adequate. Source, temporarily adequate. The developer's saying a friend of his called the game Redneck E.T. That's absolutely fantastic. I love it. The creature begins to tear the frozen rabbit apart with its teeth, and it seems to do so easily. You wait for the creature to finish its meal. Somehow you get the feeling it was not pleased with what you brought it. Sustenance level met. Requires more soon. Life. Additional ore. Worked, soft, malleable, and ductile. Stretched beyond natural shape. Thermal and electric conductivity required. So, you mean like copper? Pennies? Copper wire pennies? Sorry, I just need to catch up on the chat here a little bit. It seemed, yeah, never mind. I'm good. I'll find you what I can, but I don't have any money, and everyone I know is a jerk. No one will help either of us. A being only helps another for self-benefit. Altruism is primarily illusion. If otherwise, it's temporary fault. The music is good. It's got some good spook vibes. Very, like John Carpenter. Like, you're using me? Yes. You really think that is true? That everyone is bad? Not bad. Self-preservation is natural. Difficult to exist in the empty. Life rare. If so, must protect self at all costs. Trait for survival is center of being. The music's a little loud at this point. Borderline? I can see how it kind of tipped up into the upper range there a little bit. I'll knock like a 5 to 10% off of it. Go collect, Evan. Have knowledge. Predator inject doubt. This is the tool of the hunter. You have value. Resist injections. Preserve self at all cost. Or valuable life lessons coming from our good pal the guest. They thank you for your hospitality. Well, I know that Dustin has copper pennies. I don't really know where Dustin lives, and I don't think I encountered any other bits of copper. Maybe I shave like one more little notch off the sound of the game. Tiniest bit there. I guess I should get home. It's starting to get late, and I have school tomorrow. Hospitable. So I guess in the morning back at school, I can ask Dustin directly about the copper. I'll look for copper tomorrow. Yeah, we'll worry about that in the near future. I could try to talk to Dad again. I'm guessing he's not gonna. Yeah, it's getting late. You better get to bed. I'm gonna go down to the 69er. Okay, Dad, be careful. I will. Son, I'm guessing that's like the bar, the watering hole. Wow, I really helped that alien creature today. I can't believe this is all happening. I wonder what it's like where he comes from. That's seemingly not pleasant. He thinks that altruism is a fiction. Yeah, I think he's not the greatest guy. It is very cold this morning. Your dad must have forgotten to put wood in the stove last night before he left. Oh, Dad, you useless bugger. I need some more water quite badly, so I will be back in like under a minute. So I'm not even gonna like put on like a pause break screen or anything. Okay. Even though the alien looks like a monster, he's the most human of them all. He's so nice. A little bit. He's kind of like nice feels like a stretch, but he certainly isn't mean. He's handing out life advice. You know, there's something to that. Dad's passed out again. He reeks of alcohol and his knuckles look raw. I bet he got into a fight last night. Wonder who he's beating up. Is he still wailing on Jason's dad all these years later? So every character in the game is based on real ones from my childhood. Like Mr. Moon is 2 different teachers combined, etc. I was curious about that. It's interesting to have confirmed. I think adds a lot of interesting depth to the game and makes the characters feel a little more believable, that rather than having to like write and create these personalities and like think up their backstory, just like pulling from real people from your own life means that their personalities will be really familiar to you when like writing and fleshing out their dialogue and everything. And so all you would have to do, rather than like, oh, what would this character say? You would be able to just like think back to like old interactions you had growing up and really put yourself in that position. Oh, hey, you hate Jason, right? He isn't my favorite person for sure. I don't know about hate. Peckerhead keeps making fun of my back. It's pissing me off. Dad couldn't afford to get it fixed when I was a little kid. Now I have to take shit from an asshole like that the rest of my life? Bull. At least I haven't failed 3 fucking grades in school. I knew Jason had failed some. 3 is pretty bad. The only reason they still keep him around is because he's on the fucking ball team. He was held back 3 times? Well, at least twice. Probably 3. Sorry I blew up. It isn't your problem. I'm just mad. I get it. Makes perfect sense to me. I don't understand why everyone has to be such a jerk. Well, you and I can be pals, Tommy. If we can acknowledge that everyone else around us is assholes, then we can, you know, be the opposite of that together. I'm trying to think of what body part is the opposite. A belly button? Maybe? Although that's not so much the opposite as it is partially the same. What the heck? Is that a thing? Am I supposed to, like, follow that bird? I just wanted to see if it went anywhere, like, interesting. I'm surprised that wasn't, like, a little achievement to go chase off that bird up that ladder. All right. Just thought it could have been. I heard Mr. Moon got kicked out of the army. Total loser. At least Mrs. Day tries to teach us something instead of just bitching like he does. They really like lining up on these particular lockers, don't they? Everyone's got a place. Go away, dweeb. Gross. Mr. Moon gives way too much homework. Why does Mr. Moon have such pointy shoes? He's weird. His shoes are pointy. Okay, he's still on that whole thought train, isn't he? Just constantly trying to unload homework. What's up, you little turd muffin? It's borderline cute. Of a nickname. Loser. Heard your dad was starting some shit last night. That dad of yours is lucky he didn't get hurt. The king of Landis. What a fucking loser dickhead. Well, I don't know, man. Seems like you're running for the crown. You got your hat in the ring there. How you doing? Fine, I guess. Hyptosis says the guest would have been like an imaginary friend, I guess, since it wasn't really based on anything. When I was a very small kid and my father was an infamous fighter in our county, I got beat up a lot because of it. This is the most autobiographical thing I've ever made. That's rough, dude. I feel like I'm lucky that I don't think physical beatings were overly common in my small town. People were a little bit more like psychological about it. And then there was 2 schools, so there was like weird inter-school rivalries. And so it was like not very common for people within a school to get in fights because you were like, well, we're all in this together. At least we're not hanging out with those fucking losers across the street at the other school. But people would they would meet in between the schools and get into like pre-scheduled fights. But then like people started bringing boxing gloves and turned it into like this weird child teenager underground boxing ring where people would like squash their beefs by literally getting in like boxing matches. It was very strange culture surrounding all that in my town. Dustin pats you on the back. Did you watch Ninja Turtles last night? It was a really good episode. It had the Technodrome in it. Well, the best one is obviously when they buy the pizza and then the meatballs end up being little alien eggs and they turn into meatball aliens. Obviously the best episode. I don't have any channels, man. I told you this. It's just basketball and football on my TV all day, every day anyway. Oh yeah, sorry. You should come over to my house next week. Mom put a TV in my room. Maybe I can sneak you in the back. It's okay. I know your parents don't want me in your house. Sorry. I don't know why they're like that. Hey, did you bring anything for show and tell? Oh, dang, I forgot. What is wrong with me? Man, Mr. Moon is going to be so mad. If I get my name on the board again, it's another paddling. God, there's corporal punishment at this school? I wasn't expecting that. It's so relatable. Kids are weird, man. They like wanted to fight, but like kind of didn't want to in a weird way. The one that stands out the most in my mind is there was a new kid named Jean-Luc, and I think he immediately stood out as like a misfit, and people at the other school decided they hated him, and he decided he was going to stick up for himself, and so they were having like one of the scheduled fights, and then he like called off the fight because he was losing very badly, and we were like, shit, yeah, man, stop this, you're gonna get hurt, like this is going too far. And he went over to his backpack, and everyone had like this moment of like, he's gonna pull out a knife or something, like this got way too, we don't know this kid, like maybe he's capable of that. And like you could tell everyone just like froze up. He pulled out an orange, peeled the orange, ate half of it, put the other half away, did like a little bit of like all right, let's keep going. He went back fighting, and afterwards everyone was like, what was that? Why did you do that? And he was like, I got really thirsty, but I didn't have any water. And like, I don't know, the guy, he was only at our school for like less than a year, and he moved, I think. That was like the one that stands out in my mind because it was the most insane thing I've ever witnessed. Well, I very nervously brought my penny collection. It's in the classroom now. That's pretty brave. I know, I'm worried, but my dad says if I'm ever going to be a good lawyer, I've got to learn to take chances. Yeah. Well, time for class. You could be a good lawyer, or just like a good old mill man. Okay, I need to find some copper. Well, let's just run back in there and hope that he left his pennies. Sorry, man. Sorry to our like one friend here that we're about to screw over. Dustin's coin collection. All those old solid copper pennies. He's so proud of. Those really would please the creature, I bet. I really punctuated that sentence in the wrong way, but the message got across. Oh, we can't just take them, hey? Maybe I'm my character's being kind and choosing to not just like go for it. If I was as young as you are, I'd do something with my life instead of wasting it like you kids do nowadays. What do you expect anyone to do with their life when they're like 10 years old, man? You should absolutely be wasting all your time because it is invaluable at that stage, you know? Mr. Moon is a total perv. He tried to look down my shirt today. Gross. What's your problem? What's up, little man? This is Days a bitch. Well, I don't really know why he wouldn't have taken the coins home with him. The trophies copper? Hyptosis is saying there are 2 or more sources for most thing the guest needs. That's pretty cool, actually. At least that gives me options, and I can kind of go exploring a little bit and potentially find something where I don't have to steal the copper coins, because I really don't want to. A bunch of these houses have been abandoned since the zinc mine ran out a long time ago and the railroad left. Dad says this town used to be huge back then. Even had a whorehouse. So fucking cool. Now it's just a shit-stained town. That is so weird to think of a small town having a like prostitution or like a dedicated spot for it. You know that guy Bruce? He works as a cook or something. The one-armed guy? Anyway, I heard he lost his arm in a hay baler on my dad's farm when he was a kid. They had to sell the farm to cover his medical bills. Whole family is broke as shit. Man, I hope someday the States introduces universal health care. Too many stories like that. My first reaction was to steal from my friend in the sense that it was the most obvious choice and it just kind of made sense. It's not what I wanted to do, but I was willing to do it if there was no other choice. Logan used to run with your dad. He still works here. Dumb as a dry brick, but he's got a tick so big it has an area code. I once saw him bite this fucker right in the eye once down at the 69er. Funniest shit I ever saw. Sorry, you serious, man? Those two were a fucking handful, I tell ya. Logan and your old man. What is like the meme that I'm thinking of right now? Like, funniest shit I ever saw? That's... Oh, he turned him into a pickle. Funniest shit I ever saw. That's what I'm thinking of right now. So I've heard. Yeah, I'm probably real sick of hearing these horrific stories about your dad, as if you didn't already probably think little enough of him. I'm hoping in these piles of junk there's some copper I can go ravaging. Come on, nothing in the piles of all that crap. Well, I'm not going to Portland or to the farms, I suppose. It's funny with the chat delay. I managed to figure out Pickle Rick just before people started chiming in with that one. I'm waiting for my mom. Yeah. I'm so nervous about my coin collection. I've worked so hard on gathering them. I know. Well, it's just for a week, right? They only have to be on display for a week? Oh, I've never done show and tell where you, like, leave the thing behind. Yeah. Well, I'll do everything in my power to not rob ya. This could come in handy. I hope no one misses it. I finally found the pry bar. Crowbar? Is there a difference? I've never thought about it. You quickly stick the pry bar in your backpack and look around to see if anyone saw you. It appears no one did. Close call, probably. Don't really want to get... It is free, man. Probably don't want to get caught carrying that around, you know? You could use the pry bar to open the machine and steal some coins inside if you wanted to. Maybe you could find some copper pennies. I say do it. I'll just take a little bit. Pry the door open just enough to grab a few coins. Once you release the pry bar, the door slams back into place. Dang, these are quarters. I need pennies. Oh yeah, he specifically talked about how people basically started doing quarters instead of pennies. Maybe this guy can sell me something? I can also go pry open that house now. That looks just like my pry bar. I found this in an alley. Oh, well, I already bought a new one. Keep it. Wow, thank you. Don't get into trouble. Why were you carrying it around in a way where people could see it? You know, I realize it wouldn't fit that well into a backpack, but, like, you gotta make do, man. Gordon Freeman, free man, pry bar. It really felt like there was a joke there that I was missing. Good to have the confirmation. Some of these empty houses here in town still have copper in them. I'm surprised that dope head homeless guy hasn't stolen it all for drug money already. Homeless guy? That crackhead behind the gas station. Always eating carrots and throwing rocks at birds. Maybe he just needs help. Only help for a man like that is prison, if you ask me. Oh, you sour old bastards. I'm just looking for some stuff. Money or get out. I got money, man, but now I've been chased off. I don't feel welcome, and I will be taking my business elsewhere. I can't go into either of these stores. There's literally just the one store then. Well, then I think we ought to pry open... Well, I'll go visit Bruce and not Farnham. I forget what his actual name was. Started with an F. You spend as much time looking after your old man as he does you, huh? At least your old man lived a bit. Mine was such a loser. I remember when we had the fight with Crook County down on Long Lake. My daddy was scared to go. Your dad was like a super badass. You know they called him the King of Landis, right? He broke one of those Reglan boys' teeth with a pipe they brought to the fucking fight. We said no pipes, but you know how sorry those Reglans are. No pipes. Like, we gotta set ourselves some ground rules for this fight here. You know, to tap out, then the fight's over. You know, no going for the face, and no pipes. Anything else goes. Any other weapon is allowed. Enjoy this time, man. It sucks to grow up. Enjoy every second of it. I mean, you can enjoy it when you're not getting beat up and your dad's not a loser. Like, there's not a lot to enjoy from our perspective here right now. Fowler. Kid, look. Kid, I need some scratch, right? I need some cash, because I gotta buy some food. Yeah, buy myself some new good food. But I ain't got no money, so listen, we need to get some. I got an idea. There's an empty house down the road past the school. Listen, kid, it is full of copper wire. You just go inside, get that copper, bring it to me. We split it, okay? Right? I can't do it because I just can't get in there. Right? Okay? All right, kid? Go find a way in the building. The door is boarded up, right? But you can get in there. I know it. Damn, kid, we're so good. Golden boy. It's the wooden house with the fence, all right, kid? I done got the copper out with the others. Grab my tin shears over there if you want to break into the building and steal some copper for me. Woof, woof. Jeez, dude. Oh, the shears right here. Well, I guess I'm gonna do this. Picked up the rusty tin snips and stick them into your bag. I'm curious if I could do, like, I probably just want to grab the copper and then bring it back to the guest. But, like, could I bring it back to him and then open up some other weird... if I bring it to him, I would absolutely have to steal the pennies. I see no way around that. Should I pry them? Well, you know, no one's going to care if I break in. These houses have been empty since the railroad was here. You pry the old boards off the entrance and toss them aside. Whoa, Evan. I didn't know you had it in you. Someone's got some pent-up rage. Don't tell anyone, please. I'm not a fucking narc, but you owe me now. Would you like a quarter or two? You got nothing to say. What of it? What you gonna do? Huh? No pipes allowed. Brings a gun. That'd be one answer to that problem, wouldn't it? Oh, you can literally see the wires. Cut it down. Can I harvest all of it? I think I need to harvest all of it. Oh, the snips broke. Well, that looks like it was all the wires. So I'm golden. What the heck? These moths sure are pretty. It's just strange that there's one light on in this house that in some way it still has electricity. Like, who's kept that running all this time? This extension cord might have copper in it, but there's no easy way to get it all out. There's some exposed copper right over there. I already grabbed it. It is wire, though. Yeah, we were halfway there. Part of the necessary details were correct. It appears none other of the junk is going to be worth anything to us. Well, I will not steal our friends' coins. We got to stay fully pony-boyed. All golden. I've probably done enough breaking and entering for now. It just caught my eye all of a sudden that there was anything there at all. I want to interact with one of these again. I'd only tried the one and it didn't do anything, so I wanted to confirm, like, am I supposed to be able to do anything with those? It appears not. I don't know why they exist. Are they just garbage cans? Or like bear safe garbage or something like that? Tools, power. Car is just like crashed down and rotting away. I can't go down there, can I? It appears not. Well, I'm glad we found an alternative copper source. Let's see if I can use the run button and the joystick while I drink water with the other hand. What brilliant multitasking that is. Pro gamer move. Tips and tricks for speed running Prince of Landis. I brought you some copper wire. Hope you're happy. Evan returns. Just the zoom in on the claws is a little bit like aggressive, you know? Like, oh, okay. This is gonna claw out my throat all of a sudden. Did the small thing procure what I need? I did. I hope it is enough. I didn't realize how tricky it is to find copper. Pure copper. Element adequate. But I'm needing more source now. The creature shakes and rubs its hands on its own shoulders. Just kind of like, you're hungry again? Need source. Am going dull. You can't go looking for food. Someone will see you. I'll try to think of something. Appraisal accepted. Concurrence. Evan, defy. Take, defy. Live. I will try. The creature looks into the woods. Communication still weak. Conveyance difficult. The guest needs to feed mind with scrawl. Is that me? Am I the scrawl? Like words? Evan, find words to help the guest. Evan, find source to feed the guest. I will see what I can do. I'll find you some nice nail polish while I'm at it too. Add some glamour to those claws you got there. You wait here. I like the silhouette in the background there. The guest thanks you for your hospitality. Oh, look at that. He's working on a new part of his ship. Moved slightly. It is getting late, but he looks like he really needs food. And maybe a better way to communicate with me. Maybe a science book or something would work for him. I wonder if he can even read. Could he have learned how from my mind? Oh, bringing home the copper. That just makes me think of 500 miles. All the copper that I earn, I'll bring every last penny home to you. I am really... I'm thinking there's the textbook in the classroom if I'm able to go there. So that'll be an easy one. And then Bardia is saying that I should just feed him the entire town. You're right. They're all jerks anyways. So why would I worry about them all getting eaten up? Heck yeah, Glam Claws. I mean, can I go into the school? It's not going to be closed up. Wow, everyone is still hanging out here. You guys don't have anywhere better to be either, huh? I guess that's part of being in the small town. Maybe this could help teach the guest words? Doubt anyone around here is going to miss a science book anyway. You put the book in your bag. Higher learning. What? I gave away my coins? Or did I just replace them with that book? Huh, that makes me think I probably wouldn't have been able to use them to buy food at the store. Nothing that simple, at least. That really seemed like it was going to be like my best bet. Done enough breaking and entering. I'm curious though. If I sure would like to. Now I've got a thirst for it. A thirst for breaking. I want to know. I want to explore every nook and cranny. I will pry the entire world in search of source. I got nothing, no. I'm wondering, I feel like the guest has always spoken in these fragmented sentences and like broken English. And I think it's not something I paid attention to, but I think after scanning our mind, the guest did start speaking with a wider vocabulary and more full sentences. I think it'd be an interesting thing. Feels very like flowers for Algernon. I don't want to kill Commander Ketchup. No, I can't feed you to him. I've known you my whole life. Can chickens be 10 years old? I know they have like a decent life. We had in like grade 3, I want to say. Maybe it was grade like 6 or something. It might have been like grade 6. We brought like a little coop into the classroom and had little pet chicks. It was a very fun thing, but then every weekend you had to take turns taking them home with you. My God, did they ever smell horrible. They're the messiest animals of all time. And one of them, I don't remember one, but one had like a cool coloration and we named him Splash. And I think that one stands out in my mind because I think I suggested that name. I don't remember what the other one was called. But then when we like finished that grade, our one friend who lived on the farm like took them home and he had Splash and the other chicks for years. I would go to his house and he would just have them in his little coop. You're 100% right. Every time the guest scans Evan's mind, he learns more English. That totally makes sense. Why? Because I was thinking, like, man, the words he's suddenly using are too verbose. Like his vocabulary like shot up a bit, and I hadn't considered where that came from. Have you heard about the man on the moon? Yeah, Mr. Moon. He teaches us school and he gives us too much homework. God put him there for being a bad man. Sometimes when I stare at the moon, I feel like I can make out a face. Maybe I see the man there. She frowns. God's gonna send you to hell for lying. Don't be telling no lies. I'm not. I'm sorry. Where did that come from all of a sudden? Like, that seems totally uncalled for. Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't even say anything that could be a lie. Hey, X in the chat. How's it going? I am not going to feed the guest this cat either. It's a good cat. Everyone likes this cat. And it would be weird to feed a cat alien, an Earth cat. I really thought that maybe, she would have a fridge or something. I'm realizing that her house is a living room, another part of a living room where a piano or an organ goes, and then somehow no kitchen or anything like that. Eggs from the coop would make like the most sense, Crud. Someone's saying in school, what did you do with the eggs? There were eggs? Was that a thing? We also raised chickens in school. Yeah. I feel like that's a pretty small town thing, because you have to know the chickens have to come from somewhere. And someone's asking me, in school we raised chickens, not the school in this game, my real life story there. Well, they were just chicks, right? They were little baby chicks. They didn't actually lay eggs. And when they got old enough to for that to be a consideration and a thing, then that's when they got sent off to the friend's farm to raise them instead. So yeah, we didn't have to worry about actual eggs or anything. I'm glad that raising chickens is a shared experience, but that's got to be a small town thing, because you need a farm for the chicks to come from and to eventually end up at, right? Obviously, we're not going to have any food in the house. That's like pretty apparent based on a lot of everything that's going on here. This seems to be the part most people get stuck in the game. Interesting. Well, for a minute here at least, I'm willing to explore it on my own and test my limits. See if we can ration this puzzle out rather than just like asking for a walkthrough or anything. What are you out here doing? Yeah, you've been here for days, man. Is your truck stuck and you're too proud to ask for help? Luis called me out here. I was working on the power distributor right outside of town on Dead Man's Trail. Guess I'll have to wait. Very foreboding name. Potentially foreshadowing as well. She said she heard a loud boom one night, and the power on her house hasn't been steady ever since. Oh, yeah. Huh, that's weird, man. I don't know nothing about that. Don't ever become a lineman, kid. Well, that's one more in the list of things to not grow up and be. See how long that list will get. Unforgettable fire. It's it's a mixed bag when you love your pets and also know how good they taste for dinner. I guess that's when we're talking about chickens for pets, not talking about cats. The most recent pet I interacted with within the game would have been the cat, Cloudy the cat, and that was where my mind went for a second there. We're not talking cats. We're talking about eating chickens. That's that's good. Okay, we got an offer for a hint. I will keep it in mind. Can I steal? I mean, this is all like hardware. I don't even think they have food in here at all. Get out now, you're in trouble. I'm not trouble. I'm Evan. It's so funny. Don't backtalk me. Go on. Get out of here. Oh, there is food on the shelves back here, but you guys aren't going to hook me up. Yeah, he's all busted up about his pry bar still. Get over it. It's nothing. I do know that Hyptosis has their own Discord, and so perhaps if it's something that is able to be shared, then I imagine it would be shared there. Hip, if you want to share your Discord link, I'll make sure it passes through the like automated filters. I know that there's an Allison Dead Discord. Things are getting worked on, teased a little bit over there, so that could be good. Bring in a few new eyes over there. Well, I'm not going to be able to go into any of these stores still. I don't think... No, I interacted with all those cars. I was thinking of like checking to see if anyone had anything in the back of their car or whatever. Tommy's friendly. We get along. How can I help you? Could I swap out these quarters for some pennies? Yeah, no problem, man. Darn, these pennies look too new. Dustin said only old pennies are pure copper. Sorry, dude. I guess I still have the quarters. It's just like obscured behind the book there. There's the burgers and everything, but I guess the quarters I have are not going to be enough to actually buy anything with. Buying food seemed pretty reasonable. Yeah, if you just paste a link into the chat, should be all good. Well, crap. I doubt that any of these guys are going to be able to help me out. I wish I was your age again. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you. Fine. Take your share, kid. Whatever. That seems to have been dialogue triggered from ripping out the copper wire, and this guy somehow doesn't realize that I gave it away already. It's going to be so good. Yeah. Well, I am sorry that I've tricked you, seemingly, into thinking that I actually have benefited you in some way. Those starlings will do for food, but they're too fast. I'll never catch them. What could I do to set a trap? They're about the only animal that I've seen in... other than that dead rabbit and the once or twice I saw a white rabbit running around. So I'm thinking... I mean, we have more birds there, but I can't reach those at all. I'm asking chat broadly, not the developer, if anyone has like an idea of where there could have been food stored around. Oh, Will. Hey, Pencil Dick. Look at those damn moths. That one is so fucking big he could stand flat-footed like a turkey. Aw, thanks, Alanori. That's very kind of you. Much appreciated. I should really come up with like a phrase or something to to offer up when someone throws out a tip. I got someday I'll craft a poem or something, some sort of catchphrase. In the meantime, simply a thank you. It's very kind. Considerate, I was going to say, but like mostly just kind. I feel like there's like a screen of some sort, an area that I've maybe like haven't even gone to at this stage. I have had it in mind this whole time that there was the deer that got smushed. And like I'm aware we were shown that outside of town. I mean, will it still tell me I can't? Because that was the one thing I was thinking is maybe I would be able to go find that deer, but then I don't know, I'd have to hack off a part of its carcass or something, and I don't really want to do that. That's kind of sick. Twisted. I'm going to talk to Commander Ketchup again, but I think that's not what it's like there's a flat out refusal there, which I suppose I'm a little bit pleased about. I don't want that at all. Cloudy's such a good cat, but she doesn't like strangers. Well, stubborn, mean cat. Having a fireplace must be neat. Yeah, that's nice talking to her. Nice coming back for a visit, but that's not happening. Just grab the chicken. I tried against my better judgment and actual desires, and it simply didn't seem to be an option. Dad's truck is really cool. It's alright. It's basically just a truck, you know. We don't even like have a fridge at home here. So I really don't think we have food options. And old gun barrels, Jesus. It may be at this point that I have maxed out. Wonder where the other boot is, where I could think to look. I guess I could check that cooler on the floor there. But I'm just thinking, oh my god, feed him your dad. There's no way, because we would have to somehow like drag our dad over there, or like that. It couldn't be. He's passed out, knuckles raw. That's not happening. Check out the school is the hint I've received. Where did I'll find out. I'll don't need a further hint from there. I'll go follow up on the school and see what's what. But I'm just racking my brain to think of what I missed. I don't remember there being like a class pet or anything like that. I could just find my least favorite student from the school and bag them up, maybe shove them in my backpack that seems to have endless amounts of space. Mr. Moon, perhaps, can get shoved down in there. Like the plant, I assumed that wasn't going to be a thing. There's like some Coke bottles. Crumpled up papers look like letters from family. I probably shouldn't read them. I can't imagine Mr. Moon even having a family. I think I have to do it. I can swap the new pennies for Dustin's old copper ones. No one will notice until later. Do you want to betray your best friend and swap out the coins with some worthless ones so that you can give the copper to the guests? No, I shouldn't do this. He's the only kid that's nice to me, even though his family hates me. Yeah, I refuse that. We've already resolved the copper issue, right? Something to eat. He needs something alive. Needs to be alive. So, like, nothing in this room. Well, there's like a pill bottle on the desk or something. This mason jar would be really useful. I can bring it back later when I'm done with it. Nothing in here. I'm just borrowing this. Doubt anyone will miss it. Now find the lightning. Get some lightning in a bottle. I could get the moths. That would be weird to fill the jar with moths. Why is that my instinct? That or trap the the birds in a jar. I don't think that's a very good trap. A jar by itself does not make a trap. But I'm going to check out the moths first. Alright, I'm going to catch these moths. Maybe the guests can eat them. Maybe they'll work for them. Who knows how aliens work? Maybe it's just life force he needs and not meat. It takes a bit of time, but you catch the moths and stow them away in the mason jar. Entomologist. Well, I don't remember my entomology well enough to remember. I'm guessing moths are just Lepidoptera? Like within the same family as like butterflies? Lepidoptera might not be family though. That might be like what is it? Species, genus, order. I have like a mnemonic. Like, so Graeme finally ordered Cameron Craft dinner. And like that's like specific to me. So Graeme finally ordered species, genius, family, order, Cameron Craft dinner. So class, kingdom, domain. That was my mnemonic for keeping track of the orders. And Lepidoptera, usually you can tell if it's family or order or whatever based on like the suffix. So ending in an A like that means something. Moths, sweet, delicious moths. I don't know why. I don't know why we think that tiny little moths will be comparable to a rabbit when the rabbit was barely enough, but I think it would have to be like, yeah, he's taking the lives of numerous creatures rather than something that was already dead. So maybe that's just the life of the source. Evan returns. The guest needs source. Perhaps this jar of gross dust butterflies would do the trick. I brought you these moths. They're alive. And this book, it has science words in it. Source limited. The creature grabs the jar from your hand. Goth butterflies. I've never heard anyone call them that before. And I love it because moths and goth are like rhyme. I love it. Love it. And the book needs source. The guest quickly empties the jar of insects into its mouth and swallows them. He drops the jar on the ground at his side. It was clearly not enough. Can no longer sift Evan's mind. Unhealthy. Create memory lesions. The guest calmly reaches out and takes the book from you. Delightful. Making me sleepy. Such a great nighttime reading. In silence, the creature thumbs through the pages for a few moments. It was the best I could find right now. I hope it helps. Concurrence will consume scroll. The guest stares at you for a second. Evan, what visits you when you sleep? Dreams? Is that what he's asking? Do you mean in my dreams? Nothing good. The creature looks into the woods. The soul is without existence. We are the troubled thoughts of what lies out there. A thing that does not understand mercy must embrace. I'm trying. Evan and the guest have the same dreams. Do we? That's a coinky dink. For real? Really? I don't know what to say. Evan is a more cunning predator now because he has shown value to a superior organism. You're just gonna declare that you're superior like that, huh? Prove it. Go. Later, Evan return. He's a little bit of a spookster, isn't he? It is getting late. I should get some rest. A crunchy snack. I guess I've never considered that moths would be crunchy. I kind of just pictured that they would dissolve in your mouth like cotton candy. But there'd be some crunch for the abdomen, I would have to think. I'm just going to bed. Screw all that. Go have some shared alien dreams. I wonder how much progress the alien's making on his ship. I hope he doesn't suddenly leave without saying bye to me. I don't know if you guys have that comfortable or familiar of a relationship, you know? Like, you guys know each other and you talk sometimes, He's admitted that he's using you. And I think you're just kind of latching on because you need a friend. Time for school. Yeah, I'm a little worried about Evan. I feel like he might not make it through this game. Why did I have to describe the eating of moths? Because it honestly has whet my appetite for moths. Now all I want is a nice dinner of hot moths. Hey, son. Yes, Dad? Your father suddenly flicks your ear super hard. It hurts and you wince. Don't be a wimp. Everyone's gonna make fun of your big old ears. Toughen up. Right, you're right. I am toughening up. Don't listen to him. He's a fucking dirtbag. That's the spirit. Go get him. Yeah, I will. In a weird way, are we kind of learning to be a little bit more independent and tougher and weirdly making our dad proud? Not that I really care what the scumbag thinks, but like somehow that seems to be paying off in a way. Well, he's still here. I have to get to class. I thought I would check in on him and see if he had, like, you know, something to suggest for us. Yeah, I just was prepared for him to give us our next little bit of instruction. Probably that he needs a live cat or a chicken or something, you know? That's what I'm saying, dude. Think how strong his remaining arm must be. Talking about Bruce. Hold on, Will. Hey, you. Time to pay the tax. Christ's sake, Jason, leave the little dweeb alone. I feel like you can tell that that's a very real insult that would have been lobbed against someone. It's just, I feel like grew up being very familiar with people talking to each other in that way. No. I don't think I will, bro. I hate this little fucker's face too much. Shut up! I'm tired of your stupid face. Why are you such a dick? Someone's gonna show you one day and... You little fucker. You got some nerve. Yeah, standing up to bullies doesn't really lead to anything good, does it? Not like the movies. The bully doesn't suddenly realize the error of their ways. God damn. Dude, learn to keep your mouth shut. It takes a while for you to get up and collect your things. This was a good one. One you won't forget anytime soon. Best of all, it makes you late for school. Roadside beating. My everything hurts. Oh, Mr. Moon. Late for class again, I see. Is it not obvious that you just got the shit kicked out of you, though? Like, hopefully you can recognize that. You remind me of your daddy. You know, I taught him too. He was a nightmare. You kids today, you get away with everything. When I was your age, my dad would drag me to the mill to grade boards. You know how wood was different grades, Evan? You know wood has? There's weak, bad wood, full of knots, pathetic. Then there's your medium grade wood. It's good for building things that need to be sturdy, but don't have to look pretty. Then you have a grade A prime cut, a real steak, the Cadillac of boards. This is what I use to make Becky here. You use the good stuff when you're making something you love. Is this guy married to a plank of wood? Is he about to show us his wood wife? Oh god, okay, I see. Ooh. I remember drilling these holes in her like it was yesterday. That fresh wood smelled so good. Becky sure has helped me straighten out a lot of bad lumber over the years. More than half this town has felt her wicked stink. She's seen a lot of tears, heard a lot of sob stories. Ain't never swayed her, though. Well, come on. Come get your licks and sign your autograph on old Becky again. Then you can still finish a few classes before the end of the day. Get you some learning. Jesus. Grade A lumber. Well, that didn't go so well. Thanks, Mr. Moon. You're a real sweetheart. Jason whipped you again, didn't he? Isn't it obvious that you were, like, bruised and bloodied and everything, and then he just paddled you even further? We're going to watch Jason, Hunter, and Will at practice tonight. That's the most they've ever said to me. Wish we had more girls at the school. So you could bang them, eh, Danny? You player, you lady killer. Dad got me the newest game console. You probably haven't even heard of it before. The Y-Cube 3000. Never before seen in this country. Top tier, man. Has all the best games. I'm so tired just chopping wood. Fuck you, Mr. Moon. You better be on time from now on. I didn't mean to be late. I've heard that before. Skipping class to go fight in Roughhouse isn't an excuse. I'm a little curious when the game is set. I would guess late 80s, early 90s? Hey, I heard Jason got you again. Yeah, it was a bad one. He kicked me. Dustin frowns. I'm sorry that happened to you. He's such a jerk. I wish there was something we could do. I don't know why he picks on you so much. I think it has something to do with Dad. I think my dad hurt his dad or something. That isn't your fault, though. I just have to be a more cunning predator. Okay. Yeah, that is a very strange thing to say. That was the appropriate response. Well, I've got a lot to do, I suspect. Yeah, I need to get to the spot where my mom picks me up. See you later. Bye. Certainly not rushing out for that, are you? Jason got me really good. I figured I would poke my head in a little bit and kind of see if any other characters have moved around. Oh, the Steam page says in the year 1990X. So somewhere in that ballpark. Makes sense. Damn, you turd lozenge. I bet you're sore. Got your ass whipped and then you got your ass whipped. Yeah, twice. Took my lumps for sure. Lumps on lumps, Will. Thanks for looking out for me, sticking up. Seems like he's a little bit of a reluctant participant, a lackey. Looking forward to working here someday? Not really. Oh, you will. I wish everyone would stop saying that. Oh, well, why don't you start dropping steamy logs into one hand and filling the other with your wishes and see which hand fills up first. Lovely. It's so apparent that those little, I don't know if you want to call them a colloquialism, like I don't think they're the most common phrases, but like that's some old man boomer shit that's been around for a long time. Certainly pulled from a real life quote. Growing up in a small town myself, I don't think I actually encountered that many silly like old man farmer phrases. I wish I had a few more of them actually, because they're kind of delightful in like a gross, weird, twisted way. Fire is almost put out. It's still sparking a little bit. I detect Evan. Evan returns. Toil yields positive result. Ship reconstitution occurring. So you're fixing it. If you want to, like, learn a little bit more of a succinct way of describing that. Yes, have consumed book. Have learned much. I mean, it was like an Earth Sciences book. I hope I didn't teach him everything he needs to know to, like, destroy Earth. It seems like you understand my language better. And your science. Evan, your face. What has occurred? The kids at school keep beating me up. The being is superior? He's a lot bigger. He's huge. He's like 20 years old or something, too. Dumb as hell. I think his dad married a cousin or something. He's so big and strong. Yeah, he got that incest power. Jeez. Cannot win from front. Cannot win physical altercation with such big thing. Weakness? His weakness, I don't know, math? He's probably pretty susceptible to getting eaten by aliens, if I had to guess. I think that's most people's weakness, but it's especially his weakness. He is predictable. All he wants to do is hurt me. Psychological weakness. Exploit. I think he might have a nut allergy. Genetic weakness. Exploit. Oh my god. He's really pushing for something a little extreme here. Isn't that cheating? What is cheating? It is cunning. It is how the weaker are winning. I could put a nut in his food or something? Maybe hide his EpiPen? No, I can't do anything like that. I'd be killing him. That's a risk, I suppose. Then, Big Thing can no longer hurt Evan. Success. By one measure, I suppose. I can't kill him. It's wrong. An unfair way to win. He will not stop. It is difficult for beings to change. Unlikely. For small to win, must accept this rule. No one in life will have pity on you. Still the guest speaking. That savior in your mind doesn't exist. Illusion must create own salvation or cease. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I'll try to think of some way to stop him without having to fight him. He'll always win a fight. No being obtains what they wish for unless they build it or take it. The only paths. I see. I'll think about that. The guest must obtain. Assist? Always obtaining. Never giving. I guess he gives advice. What do you need? The guest is nearly done. You've done well. The guest values you. Thanks. Finally, the guest needs tools for shaping metal. My throat's getting a little raw from this. Contained oxygen, zinc metal, contained energy, batteries. Most important, good source. Going dull. There's no escaping the future. Must instead shape it against current or suffer. Now go with gratitude. Well, we're really running out of sources. Dealing with a big thing. The batteries, the zinc, those are relatively easy. Like, I know I literally found a little pile of batteries. I don't know if that was back at a shop. The zinc is like the sheet metal in the back alley, I believe. Tools, I know where to find tools. So I'm just trying to remember the batteries are. The guest needs food. A chicken would do nicely. Do you steal this rooster? I have no other option. This chicken hasn't hurt anyone. Well, what are you going to feed him? What has hurt anyone? I can't think of anything that would be on that level. I can't feed him Cloudy. I need to find something to eat, though. He can't help me if he's too hungry and weak. Wait. I could feed Cloudy and then use him to catch birds? Is that what I'm thinking? I'll explore that rather than using Commander Ketchup. I really don't want to have to kill that chicken. It's the easiest, most obvious thing, but I might as well look around and see if I can't scrounge up something else. Probably not going to feed that cat any moths or anything like that. Tools, though. That's an easy one. Bang out some tools. I hate to take John's stuff, but it's for the best. It's better than John getting eaten. You can buy new tools, and the guest can maybe help. You pick up the toolbox. Toolbox! It's worth 30 points. Fishing rod. Yes, okay, great. Someone was fishing here and they forgot their fishing pole. I knew I had to come back here at some point. I wonder if they're coming back. Maybe I could fish something up. You caught a fish. Damn, son. That was easy peasy. Having a little gray fish also makes me think of Alice is Dead. It's not like a very on-the-nose reference. I doubt it's really intentional. But it does make me think of it. All right, well, the fish could be a source. I could just give him the fish. That's also an option, isn't it? Like, is that not a source? You know, fish are barely animals, so maybe not. You could steal the zinc-clad roofing tin. The birds probably won't mind. Maybe Fowler will. You steal the tin. I've been trying real hard to shit for like a week and it's stuck up in me. That's the worst. That's the worst, man. I'm never talking to you again. I've been busy as a dog with 2 dicks. These small town phrases just slay me. Yeah, the fishing was fast. That was, I didn't expect such instantaneous results. Well, you know, I thought about using the fish to feed the cat and using the cat to da-da-da. I'm just going to go check in with the guest and see if he's willing to just eat a fish. That seems like a pretty good meal to me. But if he's unwilling to take that, I'll feed the cat. The cat will help me hunt. Bing, bang, boom. Like, hopefully I'm not going to fatten up the cat just for the cat to get eaten. I don't want that. I'm just like, Burgia in the chat. Evan must lead superior here. The guest will turn him into a pickle. Will be the most amusing shit you shall ever witness. Just weirdly mixing in the guest's broken English. Oh, the batteries. Oxygen. I need oxygen as well? Huh. Is the fish alive? Maybe the fish isn't alive. I guess that's the point, is that I didn't like stick the fish in a cooler or anything. It's just a dead dumb fish. So I don't remember where those batteries were. They must have been at the shop. All right, we're gonna go feed the cat. That's like a pretty clear feeling next step. The oxygen has me a little uncertain. Like, I'm seeing, you know, things that look like oxygen tanks on the back of the truck or out in front of or around the store. I'm one of the only people who went straight for the fishing pole. I kept going back to that area because I kind of figured like it was too big of an area to not ever pay off in some way, you know? Originally, the fish wasn't an option, but people didn't like that they had to use the cat or the chicken. You're a good cat, aren't you? Oh my god, I can't actually feed him the fish. So I guess the fish itself is meant to be the option. No oxygen? That's like the part that has me thrown off. Oxygen. I'm trying to think on that. If there's like some roundabout way that would be something else. Something much more else. Ominous, isn't it? The batteries must have been in one of the shops. You specifically commented on... Would it be? It's not like I'd be able to buy anything anyways. No batteries in here. This guy hates me. So I'm just bombing out of that. Ooh. Darkness is saying that perhaps the plant counts as oxygen. Oh, does he need something to like photosynthesize for within his ship? That is an interesting theory. That could make sense why that plant felt a little showy. There's the bat. The batteries are right there. Dang, I don't really have a choice here. I can't get money from anyone. You wait for the clerk to look away and quickly pocket a handful of batteries. Sorry, Tommy. Discount. My dad says I have to work tonight. So stupid. He's such a fat idiot. Do you know he's so cheap the security cameras here are fake? Someone could walk right in here and blast me in the face and no one would ever find out who did it. He doesn't care about anything but money and free labor. Anyway, how can I help you today? Shove it! That's how you can help me. Shove it up your butt and don't pay attention to the batteries that are clearly suddenly missing. How do you feel about that? That's my the main favor you could do me, you know? And what do you know? I did end up ice fishing after all. Not relevant. Alright, then there's definitely just like a tank of oxygen somewhere. It was a good idea. I liked the idea behind bringing the plant to the guest. It like made sense to me. There's a stop sign, an old clock, some pipes, some garbage. Oh, I kind of did that on accident without thinking. I don't see anything around there. Moving on. There's some tanks here. There's even like a little one, which makes me think that's probably relevant. And I haven't really done anything else in this area. I guess I could grab this small tank. You steal the small oxygen tank. Well, between all our breaking and entering and now repeated theft, we've gone quite a ways down a particular path here. I don't think there's any way to... I guess we're kind of doing the nice path, though. We didn't screw over our best friend. We're not going to kill a cat. We just personally threw our morals out the window while still not becoming a literal villain. Am I the drama? Am I the villain? No, I'm not the villain. Am I the villain? I feel like I was just recently introduced to that like TikTok soundbite. Just thought it applied a little bit. Evan. My vessel is near complete. Can you fulfill my final needs? I think I have everything you needed. Source? Ooh, gory. You really dug in. The creature grabs the food from your hand and instantly tears it apart. He eagerly sucks up the blood from the palms of his hands and greedily swallows chunks of flesh and bone with large gulps. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's a lot more gruesome than watching him suck down some moths. Evan, vessel nearly complete. Almost time. The guest's fingers twitch. We'll only need one last meal before departing. Immense one. You know, it wouldn't be fair for you to leave me here all alone. Not after everything I've done for you. Is he just gonna eat Evan? What is fair? Life is not fair. It is no more fair out there. In space, in the universe? I've done bad things for you. You can't just leave me here. The guest stares at you for a second. I was awakened from eternity, and all around me was twisted and angry. I'm product of existence. Evan is as well. Have no disdain for self. Universe wants strongest, smartest, efficient to rule. Universe is cruel parent, is all. I did this for nothing then? You taught me to be harder. You taught me to take what I need. My entire life has been teaching me this. Now you've made it clear. You're saying there is no right or wrong, only survival? Concurrence. Universe? All that is there. Built on a set of dark scales. Scales only devise universe values. No fairness, no pain, no suffering, no justice. Only values personal blackened scales. Single and selfish. Cruel balance. So, I should expect nothing. You're saying I might have helped you for nothing, that you've taken advantage of me, and there's nothing I can do about it? The creature looks into the woods. I will need one more meal, and then I can go. Bring me a feast worthy of my teachings. Do this, and you will get what you deserve. The guest scrambles to the top of his spaceship. Well, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like I should cut these ties. Sunk cost fallacy, you know? No need to invest further. I'm not sure what to do. His ship repairs are basically finished. He just needs one last meal? I could go try to find it, or just go to bed and forget about him. Let him find his own meal. Though if you do that, he's almost certainly going to eat you, or your dad, or something. Something that you wouldn't have chosen. I'll go around town. I'll go around town and see if there's something other than the chicken or the cat. I don't think I have it in me to feed him either of those. But I'm going to guess the point is at this stage I would have to feed him the chicken or the cat or let him choose. And I'm going to assume that's not going to be wise. No more fish to be had. Obviously he's asking for something bigger than that. Do I feed him a human? Do I somehow contrive a situation where that is what occurs? That feels a little messed up. Are you wearing shoes? It doesn't look like it. She's wearing like a muumuu. I'm in town looking to buy myself some mothballs for my cupboards. Well, good luck to you, I guess. I lost my damn fishing pole. Where did you lose it? I was fishing down by the river. I just don't know if I forgot it or if it fell off my truck. Want me to look? I'll just buy another one. Well, I would love to return it to you if you could buy me something, you know. I'm guessing like a chicken or a cat isn't big enough as well. It is a good point. My mother-in-law had my brother go pick up some new organ pipes for her. I guess they're like coated in zinc or something. She was real specific about it. Oh, that would have been another source. But I'm glad I just took a random stupid piece of sheet metal rather than ruining that sweet lady's organ. He turns back to talking to Emmett. I don't have anything for you unless you have some money. You have any money? Shut your mouth. You need to... Let me guess. I need to get out of my store, thief. I'm calling the sheriff right now. He'll have something to say about this. I didn't steal from you. Jason is the answer. Feed him Jason. It does seem like the way things are headed if I don't want to feed him. I don't know where to find him or anything. I'm about ready for this winter to be over. I don't really want to talk to Fowler anymore, but I also kind of want to solve this in some way, some peaceful way. My mama always said for me to sit in the dark and think about my sins. Glad that bitch is dead. I can't step foot in the trailer house ever again. Makes me sick, so sick. Bunch of junk and some angry birds. Well, I would go raid your trailer if I knew where it was, if that was an option. I hope Tommy didn't realize I stole. He's gonna be pissed. We're about to close for the night. Pick something out or leave. Thanks for coming by. At least he's got a little bit of gratitude. I see that there's like an exit sign in the back. I don't think I can like loop around though. I am kind of curious. Final meal, disappointment, admire your collection of bats and balls, try to make a phone call, try to change the TV channel. I don't have many things to do. I don't know where there was a phone. I don't remember ever seeing a phone. Seems like there was a couple other things I could have done at home though. You better get on home before I tan your hide. Talk to Will first. What are you thinking? You better keep walking. Takes one to know one. What did you just say? Are we gonna just have to hoof it out of here? Something's wrong with you. I don't know why you're full of so much hate. If it's because our dads fought as kids or because you didn't get enough love. I don't know. But you can't treat people like this. I don't know. But it isn't my fault and it isn't my problem. After the beatdown I just gave you, you've damn lost your mind. I'm gonna kill you. Not with Mr. Moon right over there, you won't. How about you meet me near my house on the north part of the Deer Woods? We'll settle this. You're fucking on. I'm gonna hurt you in a way you'll never forget. Oh, you've already done that. See you tonight, you stupid dickhead. So long. The minutes of the day now pass like mere seconds because of your dread for the encounter you just put into play. Time has decided to suddenly fly by. Your confrontation with Jason couldn't come faster. Hey, where are you at? I think I hear him. Yes. The stupid dickhead is here to beat your queer ass. You're the one who said it, not me. That's him for sure. This is your stage for reprisal, retribution. Embrace animus. Have glory now. I bet he's fucking hiding, dude. Pissing himself. Huh? I heard you, dick breath. Oh god, whoa. He killed Will first? Ah, he didn't deserve that. He was a little complacent, but he was fine mostly. Jesus. No screams. Oh god, just right in his throat. Quiet time. Evan's face has illustrated to me how you too are not afraid to prey on the weak. No judgments. However, understand that I too prey on the weak when hungry. And for Evan, I make my last meal here a slow one. Your source will fuel me across the stars above. Delight in that you now have some value. Ugh, his gross sound effects. The guest takes his time with his large meal. He consumes select parts, likely rich in what resources he needs for his trip. Oh, jeez. The universe does not have empathy. The universe is not conscious. We are on our own. I see. Expect nothing. Expect nothing. He had like insect eyes. Vessel, have room for 2 organisms. Universe cold and unforgiving. Evan will find it familiar. Pack organisms have increased survival rate. Evan can become part of a pack. Do you wish to travel? I will not mourn you if you die. I won't mourn you either? So, all good then, right? Interesting. Welcome, Evan. Our pack will grow. We're just getting out of here then, hey? A fine meal. A final meal, not just fine meal. Well, damn. I'm a little bit bummed that I missed like 2 or 3 achievements there that seemingly were just a matter of like interacting with a couple things within the house. So near. So damn near. Getting it all. Hyptosis is saying, because the guest had no way to show human facial expressions, I worked very hard on making his hands express his emotion. Oh, that is very interesting. All the like open palm gestures and the aggression and like that's very cool that there's ways to communicate that. I feel like I've heard that come up in other things as well, like animations where people have made inhuman characters. And then you watch something like that 3D remade Lion King movie where they're like are just animals and so they like can't emote. I didn't see the movie. I assumed that it looked stupid though. There's no point in it. The Lion King already exists. Well, hot damn. I do love a shorter game because it means that we can really just experience that like end to end together. There's so much value in that and like enjoy. You can have one select enjoyable thin slice of an experience and then like have time to think on it. You don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm not gonna have time to play this again in a week. I hope I remember where the story left off. Things like that, you know. So I always think that shorter games have a place, and I should probably play more of them more often in little streams like this. Thank you, Hyptosis, for putting this together. Cool ass game. The guest has a freaky design. I liked that a lot. The art end to end just looked pretty incredible. The personal touch to it is really, really cool as well. I would recommend that he share his Discord in the chat. After this video is, archived, I'll also add end cards to link to my own playthrough of Alice is Dead in the description. I'll pin a comment with that Discord link as well. Hyptosis is saying he thinks I did all the nicest things. I really didn't. Like, I wanted to, like, role play that a little bit and not just take the easy answer. I wanted to, like, well, I don't want to kill a cat just for the sake of, like, forwarding the story. I'd rather take my time, explore, and, like, try to be a good person even with the guest out here and everyone in town telling us that there's no such thing as altruism. You got to look out for yourself. You got to toughen up. You got to lie, cheat, and steal to get ahead. I didn't like that. I didn't agree with it, and I refused to do it. And I like that the game offered up the opportunity to play whichever way I felt best fit myself. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Always fun to do these sorts of streams. In the future, I hope that I can do them a little more often. Right now, they're pretty few and far between, but hopefully in 2022, I'll put together like a little bit of an actual streaming schedule here on the channel and tackle more small games, maybe larger stuff. I don't know. TBD, uncertain, but it's definitely an option. I have links in the description right now for this game. If you want to either like wishlist, buy it sometime in the future. It's on sale right now with a launch discount. So if you're interested in playing around with some of the alternate routes or things like that, then yeah, the game's available. It's cheap. It's cheap as well. It's it's a short game set at an appropriate price. And so you don't have to feel that like, oh, why am I spending this on a 2-hour game? No, it's affordable and a dev and a project worth supporting. We need more short games in the world. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.